Good afternoon, I'm Andreas from the Trading Pit. We are in Frankfurt at the World of Traders Expo, and we have the honor to have Mr. Paris Orfanidis with us for a quick interview. Hello Paris, can you give us a brief introduction of yourself and who you are, what you do?
Okay, so I started in 2004. I started in a prop company in the UK. I started trading short sterling for, I would guess, 1 year. I put down my own money, I put £10,000, and then within the year I was trading pretty good and they backed me. I switched into long gilts and then Euribors. And then my passion always was to trade the bonds. So after a while I was trading bonds. And within a few years I left for Switzerland. I was doing hedge fund trading after that and as a market maker in the bond future. So all in all I have been trading for like 18 years and mostly bonds, but the last I would say 5 years I have been trading CME markets, mainly S&P and Nasdaq futures.
Okay, so we can tell that you're pretty experienced. Obviously trading isn't all fun and games, and people at home, I'm pretty sure they want to know, why do most people fail in trading? What would they do and fail?
Well, I guess most of the people, they don't have the patience, and I'm guessing it's the fault of the media as well. They're trying to push out that trading is like this, where you make money pretty fast with a click of a button. Trading is not like this. Trading has a massive amount of failures, and you basically have to learn through failures. You have to learn through your mistakes, and people just don't have the patience or maybe the stamina to recognize what is going wrong with them and their trading, and they just probably quit. Or some people basically they trade frantically, and so they go all in, we say. So they say, let's say they have £20,000 and they might go and bet £10,000 in one trade, and they think they're going to make like 1 million, and this goes downhill very, very fast. They don't understand that there are 1,000 steps involved in trading, and it has to go through that way. That's a process. Trading is a process.
Okay, so I'm going to keep patience from all that. We have to be patient. When you're going through a rough patch, okay, and you're on a losing streak, what do you do? How do you get out of that rough patch?
That's a nice question. Well, there are 2 or 3 ways what you can do. First of all, it depends what kind of rough patch. If you have a rough patch for a few days, let's say you are having a rough patch for 7 days, you're losing 7 days in a row, I would say that you might have to stop trading for a week or 2 or 3 days to clear your mind, because it's just when you start losing money, you are not yourself anymore. You're just someone else, and then depression kicks in. You start doubting yourself, and if you don't stand back a little bit and let things clear into your head, then you're going to probably lose even more. So if you're having a monthly rough patch, so if you're losing for like 4 or 5 months, you can basically do the same thing for a longer period. You can maybe stop trading 1 month, look over your strategy, look what's going on, look over your mistakes again, and you can either start trading with smaller contracts. Maybe you can go into micros. Let's say if you're trading in S&P, okay, let's test this strategy with micros, and I don't have to go with 10 S&P, 10 big contracts S&P. Let's test it smaller until you pick up again. And fear in trading is a very dangerous thing. Some people cannot overcome fear.
Okay, so you were talking a lot about psychology. Psychology is very important in trading. Could you just give us a few quick words of how being happy could help your trading, how being sad maybe could? Should people stay away from trading if they're psychologically not stable at a certain point? What would you suggest?
That's my favorite question. So throughout the years, everyone can be taught about trading. Everyone. You can bring me your grandma and I can teach her how to trade. It's no nuclear science. It either goes up at the end of the day or goes down. Yeah, and the technical parameters you can read the book. But people do not understand that trading, I would say, under my experience at least, is 99% psychology. It's all about psychology. Yeah. So as you said, yeah, maybe you had a fight with your brother, with your wife, with your kids. It affects your psychology in a way that it's so written in the subconscious that you don't understand that you are not well psychologically, and you go on and trade, and you're probably going to have a bad day. So I always say, if you don't feel good about something, either it's yourself, either it's your wife, either it's another external factor, stay away from trading. Stay away from trading in that current day. Maybe it goes for a week, maybe it goes for 2 weeks. What do you prefer? Some people, when they are bad psychologically, for example, they are self-destructive. So at the end of the day, you get what you want from the market. You don't really understand what everybody wants. Everybody wants to make money, but that's the tricky thing with psychology. You don't want to make money. You want to punish yourself. You want to punish yourself because you talk bad to your wife, bad to your friend, or something, something really bad happened. Yeah, and if you're not in a good state, I always say you're going to lose money. Maybe not on that current day. Maybe you're going to destroy your P&L the next day. So you have trading. Trading requires a clear state of mind. You are battling. You are going against algos. That algos do not feel, do not have emotions. They do not go angry when they lose. They're not happy when they make. Algos, they don't fight with their wives. So if your biggest competitor is the algo, how are you going to beat that? You've got to have emotional intelligence. Yeah. If you cannot overcome your psychological burdens, just stay away. Just stay away. Just I know it's hard, but what's going to make you feel worse? Staying away from trading or losing 10,000 pounds? Okay. I'm telling you, 10,000 pounds and it accumulates. And when you lose money, you destroy your psychology even more. So you have a fight with your wife, and then you lose 10,000 pounds. And it just gets messy in your head.
Okay, I can see that actually is your favorite question. Yeah. Okay, so this brings me to my next question. You said, if I bring you my grandma, you can teach her how to trade. So this brings me to the question, is someone born to trade, or can anyone learn in the process if he has the right tools, of course?
Well, that's like with everything, like even in sports, yeah? I mean, look at Messi or look at Ronaldo. I mean, basically Messi, yeah? That guy was born to trade. Yes, there are some people that they have some traits, like they might be very aggressive, or they might be massively disciplined. So the question is, some people they have this natural gift. That does not mean that the people that have the natural gift are going to be actual traders. Yeah, they might go and do something else. But the basic answer to your question is that if you look at the traits that the best traders have and you try to embed it into your system, so I would say that everyone can make it really. As long as they realize that it's a really, really tough job, yeah? I mean, they shouldn't be kidding themselves.
Okay, so you talked before about rough patches, and I think being in the industry for 18 years has probably put you through some rough patches. Have you ever yourself thought about quitting, getting out of trading? Maybe this isn't for you, and you could turn to something else.
I have a devil and an angel. Always when I ask the question, usually the angel says, "Paris, quit," and the devil says, "Paris, you've done it for so long, you've been through so much." I have thought of quitting. And in the next hour or in the next day, I say, what am I saying to myself? I'm going to go for it till the end. And that's what I say to myself. It's not obsession. It's a conscious decision, I say. I mean, I've done it for so long. I've been through some rough patches, but I love it. There is no other way to describe it. People describing their jobs and everything. I sometimes feel I'm the luckiest guy in the world. And I just do what I love. I just do what I love since the age of 24. Who does that? And I'm getting paid.
Okay, so people get into trading thinking many times that they can make a fast buck, right? They want to make fast money. So as you talked before, trading is a long process. You just don't go in and suddenly you're making money. Our next question is, how long would it take usually for someone to make money, assuming he goes through the right tools, he takes the right education, let's say like for 6 months, then how long would it take him to actually make money?
I would say about 20 years. No, I'm just kidding. It's different with every person, yeah? So as I said before, if you have the right traits, so the right tools inside you, not the tools like having a good PC or a good internet connection, the tools inside you, yeah? Maybe you can make it, some people can make it within the first 6 months, the first 3 months, the first 1 year, yeah? But as I always say, it's a trap, it's a big trap to start trading as a newbie, yeah? And start making money right away. You do not understand that you understand trading better through pain. So if a guy comes in, yeah, and he's, let's say, consistent within the first year, then a switch is gonna say, bro, we have it. We're gonna kill it, yeah? And then they don't kill it. So I would say let's say on an average person that has those traits on average, I would say basically, depending on the market as well, yeah? Because some people are, going through many markets until they find the market because every person, I would say, has his own markets according to who he is. He's going to find his market. Some people like spreads, Some people like outrights. Some people like volatile markets. So they have to go through this journey until they find where they fit in. Let's say they find immediately where they fit in. Maybe 1.5 years, 2 years.
Okay, so you talked about starting off as a newbie, making some money to begin with, see how you deal with losses, and accordingly you make money along the way. So how would you apply money management, and why is it so important? Like along the way you're making the money, how do you manage it correctly and make sure?
It's 50% of trading. Money management is 50% of trading, yeah? So when you're doing good, yeah, you're in a killing spree, we call it, yeah? You always have to apply money management. You always have to apply money management, even when you're doing good and even when you're doing bad. Let's say, for example, a trader goes and makes 5,000 on any given day. Yeah? A good money management rule would be like, okay, I'm not going to risk half of it the next day. Yeah? So if the guy goes minus 2.5 the next day, he stopped. Now, the tough thing is how do you apply it? Because let me tell you, when for example, I wouldn't say that I'm the most disciplined person. I always say, yeah. So everything is in your mind. Yeah, you know that your stop is there, and sometimes I cannot do it myself. So maybe I make 5,000, and then I go the next day and I lose 4,000. I say, Paris, why? Paris, why? Why did you lose 4,000 when you said instead you're going to lose 2.5? And I'm going to get to this point. So some people can do it easily to have money management rules. Basically, the most important money management rule is your stop loss. Yeah. Some people exceed the daily stop loss and they go. Let's say another 10,000, 20,000 more, and then it takes another, let's say, an extra 3 or 4 months to recover, and not only mentally, but their wallet as well, yeah? Because they have to go and trade smaller size. Yeah, they can go through this pain process and understand themselves, but trust me when I say have clear money management rules, and when you cannot apply them yourself, like discretionary, put a system. There are 1,000 systems. I personally have a system where I put the parameters for the next day, how much money I'm willing to lose, how much money I'm willing to make, how much money I'm willing to give back when I make. So let's say I make 20,000. I always type the number that I'm willing to give back, and I do not have the code. I cannot reset it. And if my P&L, let's say, goes from 20K to 10K, I'm done. It doesn't matter how much I swear or how much disappointed I am. It's just at this exact moment, when you say, no, I can make it. No, you cannot make it. When you clear your head, you thank God that you applied such a money management rule and you make it. There's no other way to make money. It's 50% of trading.
Okay, I think we all got the message about how important psychology is for a trader. So I think we have to wrap it up. Thank you very much for joining us today, Paris. It was an honor having you here. We have to go back down to the booth. There's many people waiting for you to talk.